Morning routine creates discipline. If you have a morning routine, if you stick to it every day, you become disciplined, and then those things become habits, those habits become a pattern. My morning routine, I wake up, I pray. I then sit in the ice bath. I hydrate, make coffee, and then I come and train. Now I start my day. I don't start my day unless I go through the morning routine. It's something I had to work up to at first because I used to be super lazy. I used to not have a morning routine. The morning routine is what changed my entire life. When I tell you guys I lost 100 pounds, I don't want you to think that I was using Ozempic or that I had all these special trainers. I developed a routine. That routine started with just walking every day at the beach in the sand with no shoes. Those walks every day led to one day me having this idea that I was going to run from one garbage can to the other. Those garbage cans, they're 50 feet apart. When I got to that first garbage can, I was so out of breath, I thought I was gonna die. But the next day, I did the same thing. That one garbage can became 2 garbage cans. Later became 3 garbage cans. Later became 4 garbage cans. I was persistent in my pursuit. I had developed a routine that was so different than how I used to live my life. And I lived out this routine every single day. One day, at the end of the beach in Delray Beach where I used to run my garbage cans, at the end of the beach there's a golf course. And one day I was committed, I was going to run to the golf course. I didn't know how it was gonna happen, because halfway through I was already had every excuse to quit. I had every excuse to start walking. When I made it to that garbage can, the dopamine hit, how proud I was of myself, I couldn't believe it. It blew my own mind how far I got. I used to not be able to run to 1 garbage can. Now I walk my way back to the car, I get in the car at the north end of the beach, and I start the odometer as I start driving forward. I know eventually I'm gonna drive past the golf course and I'll be able to see the distance I covered in that morning run. As I make my way, I'm looking at the odometer and it rolls past the 4, and now past the 5, and now past the 6, and now past the 7. And I start having this tingling feeling as it rolls past the 8. And I can see the golf course. And it rolls past the 9. And right before I hit the golf course, I realized I had just run my first mile. This moment for me was so emotional. I had to pull the car over. I had to pull the car over and give thanks, because there was a time when I was walking with a walker, the doctor told me I had to forget my past life. I was never gonna be that person again. And now I conquered running a mile in the sand. I realized in that moment I could change my entire life. I just had to keep sticking to it. 1 mile became 2 miles, became 3 miles. I then started running 5Ks. I then found obstacle course racing. I did that sprint, I did that super, I did that beast. I started doing the trifecta weekends. Now my favorite race distance is the ultra. And I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm saying that to impress upon you that you can have and be whatever you want. Yay, yay. That's my boys, Hummer. You can have and be whatever you want. You just have to develop that pattern of the person that would act out the life you want to have. Envision who that person is. Write all the habits down that that person would have. And then just start to live them out. And some people in your life are gonna think you're ridiculous because they're crabs in a bucket, because they don't want you to succeed. because they want you to stay exactly where they're at, because that makes them comfortable. And it's up to you to get up in the morning and go to the beach and try to run from one garbage can to the other. And it's up to you to keep staying focused when you think you've lost a bunch of weight and your friends start making fun of you and calling you 5 inches because you thought you lost 5 inches off your waistline. Let me tell you something. Those 5 inches are now 14 inches because my pants were size 44 waist and now they're size 32. And if I had just been broken by my friends laughing at me, I'd still be in the same exact place. If I had been okay with not being able to run to that one garbage can, I'd still be in the same exact place. But all of this started with a morning routine. And that morning routine keeps getting refined. It keeps changing. I keep putting elements in, taking elements out, because some things will serve me today, they might not serve me 5 years from now. But they serve me now. And the things that change, new things will come in, and I will start doing those new things. You just heard it. I woke up, I prayed, I did the ice, I chugged water, I made coffee. We just went to train. Now I'm gonna go sit in the sauna to stay in that sufferfest for just 20 more minutes. Then when I get to work, I have already overcome more difficulty in one morning than some of you do in an entire week. It all starts with that morning routine. That's the power of that morning routine. And if you're ready to develop your own routine and you need guidance and you're tired of being complacent and you understand that right now is the time that you need to do something, reach out to me right now. You can book a link. Link is going to be in the description. You can book a call. You can write a comment. You can DM me if you're looking at this on Instagram. It doesn't matter. Just don't be complacent. Just take that first step, because that first step will become the 10th step, the 100th step, the 10,000th step. That first step will become the step that leads you to running to just that one garbage can that will eventually have you running to that ultra distance. That's all I'm saying to you guys. Let's go. Let's grow.